Hi everyone, this is day 3 of lockdown. I skipped a video yesterday because yesterday was really full on for me and I needed to, I just slept. Today is my first time that I'm properly in lockdown. I'm not working till Friday anymore. Um, so I've wrote down some things. Firstly, what I'm grateful for. I've got a beautiful roof terrace and I will try to do a video up there in the coming weeks. Um, I've written a list because I wrote a lot of, I had like so much processing all at once throughout the night because I had such a hard day yesterday and woke up this morning and realized that just with all these things that come into my mind, that's why I decided to do the YouTube videos because I need to release everything that's going on in my head because it's constantly changing and there's so much information, which is pretty much like this whole thing with the coronavirus. This is my head on the daily. Like I can go very easily from day to day where my whole world would be different the next day and the next day and the next day. So this is not something that's new to me, although you guys are now you're actually experiencing what goes on in my head on the daily and how fast things change. Okay, that's it. Um, um, I will try to attach the two videos together because I had to pause the video to go get my food out of the oven. Um, okay, so yeah, roof terrace. I'm grateful that yoga and meditation has developed so much and that it's available everywhere. It's available to us. Well, I'm now in the UK. It's not just in Asia, so that's something I'm really grateful for. The that it's spread all over the world. It is something that will help a lot of people through what's happening. Um, I'm also once again grateful for Alan Watts. I will put some links below, and also Guru. I'll put some links for him below as well. Other things I'm grateful for is just my friends in general, my family, my friends. They help me realize what did I write? I wrote help me realize that it's important to take a second to appreciate and be there for each other. um this morning, so yesterday, little acts of kindness, like yesterday, I ran out of coffee. My housemate and I, we really love coffee, and yeah, it's one of the things I'm going to try to reduce as well, not completely stop, because I mean, i I like coffee. um but anyway, that's such a funny response. I will come back to that another day, like we'll reevaluate that. Anyway, so I ran out of coffee yesterday, and this morning I was sitting on my roof terrace, and I saw I was looking at the ocean, in the distance, talking to my brother on the phone who's in Australia, and um, he asked me if I wanted a coffee, and then brings me a coffee out. I'm sitting there with like all these um, uh, blankets over me, and then yeah, I realized that um, like just these little things. Well, I didn't realize it then. I always know this, but our household is always like that, and that's what the rest of the world should try and achieve now while they're home with their families. Like maybe try and do these little things for each other that that changes the day, like changes their day, changes their set. Like just if it's a second in their day, it can really make a difference, because it just made me feel that warm, fuzzy, like someone gives you a hug. Like it actually felt like a hug without the hug. Um, so yeah, I really appreciated that. Um, so, and just to remember that everybody teaches us a life lesson. There's something to be learned from everybody you meet. And then lastly, I'm grateful for music. Um, Singing helps you, the vibration and the breathing helps you with anxiety, helps you with depression, helps you with quite a lot of things. So it's important to, if you love music, to remember to practice music. Um, it can be, according to Alan Watts as well, one of his videos, he said music can be used as a meditation technique as well, because a lot of the times the music, a lot of time music just it doesn't really mean anything. There's just words. But we have to also be mindful of what kind of music we listen to, because music can bring you down, music can bring you up, the vibration can bring you up or down. So it's important to listen to music, and the right kind of music that just puts you in a meditative state and just helps you relax. So I've written down some questions. Um, so one is, are you paying attention to what really matters, or are you living in fear? These are questions I'm asking people to just reflect on in this time, and think about, do you, the thing that I said yesterday, 2 days ago, with, do you want to continue on life the way that it is going? Are you just are you just following the crowd, or are you like, do you not like, are you just following the crowd and not really understanding why you're doing what you're doing, and you're just living each day, day to day? These are things that are important to question, and how you would like to do things differently. So paying attention to the little things in life, like the people around you, people closest to you, and noticing that sometimes when someone's stressed out and they lash out, it's not always personal, and it's from both people's point of view. Is the person that lashed out might be really stressed, and how can you help them be calmer? Number one. Number two, the person lashing out, do they realize and recognize what they did was not okay, and do they apologize? Basic human social interactions are things that, I mean, I've had a lot of that happening in this past year, where I just decided the way that I communicate will be different, and that's my way of changing the world a little bit at a time. I'm working on my communication more than anything, because I don't I want to not only be able to communicate with people better, I want people around me to communicate with me better. And that's something I'm learning from people around me every day as well, is taking the good, and from seeing the bad and understanding the balance, and trying to contribute to the balance to be more positive. Um, so I've kind of just ranted on about all that already. And yeah, just how in tune are you with the people closest to you? It's okay. So my housemate was telling me that in Italy the dolphins and fishes have started swimming back in the canals and that. I haven't watched the video personally, so what I was going to do is say that, like, let's all watch it together. Like, time's not linear, so we'll probably, like, it's still a community thing if we all watch it, even in our own time. And then if you want to comment below and just tell me what you thought of it, or how that makes you respond to this whole thing that is happening. And just the importance of internal balance was the last thing I wrote down. So just understanding that if you're not in balance with yourself, that's when that imbalance occurs. That's a lot of the time when I lash out. Like, that's when I get stressy at people, and it's not their fault, and then I have to go and apologize and I'm really hard on myself because I'm very against lashing out on people. I think that's like a big no-no, because when people do it to me, I hate it. So, it's like a big no-no for me. But still, find that internal balance, love yourself, understand that you are just human, and these things do happen, and you can't always we don't always have control over how we act, but that's the aim, right? We're trying to have that control. We're trying to balance ourselves. When we're balanced, we make the world a better place, and that's what I meant by you can start with you. Anyway, so that's my bit for the day. I'm going to do some music now. I've already cleaned almost everything. I think I'm doing pretty well. And I'm probably going to meditate in the sun later today. Get some sun, get darker, because I look a bit English. Well, I'm a bit darker now because I've been sitting in the sun every day, but I'm starting to get really, really white. Anyway, I hope you all have a lovely day, and I hope this was helpful. Once again, like it if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, and write a comment if you wish. Okay, peace out. Happy locking time. Thanks, guys. Happy reflection time. Let's go with that one. Thanks, guys. Bye.